Troviak. Thank you for joining us. Some members of the Muncie community are working together to offer a helping hand to those in need. Caitlin Tice is live in Muncie with the story. Caitlin?
Church, where Teamwork for Quality Living is located right upstairs. This organization, it helps highly motivated individuals living in poverty get out of poverty. This is a 16-week class or group, and it's called The Circles. Each one of these individuals after the 16 weeks is matched up with an individual called an ally. These allies are here for motivation and just to help these individuals transpire from moving up from lower to middle class. Every third Thursday of every month, these individuals get together for a dinner. At this dinner, they just collaborate and network and get to know each other and share their hardships, their laughter, learning, and their hope for their future. These individuals the allies go through a 15-hour class that's very vigorous so that they learn how to handle each and every person's unique circumstance to help them be able to achieve the best out of their situations and really strive to better themselves and better the community. Delaware County currently is at a poverty level of 23%. So 23% of this community is currently living in poverty and striving to better themselves and striving to better the community. And these people throughout the community, through the upper and middle class, came together and actually tried to help the community to give back through volunteering and just being with each other to try and motivate these people and inspire them to keep on going. This inspiration is also an inspiration for the allies. They feel like giving back to the community is in turn bettering themselves. I spoke to an ally earlier today named Howells, and she was in tears just telling me how she moved to Muncie and she saw this need about a year and a half ago, and it's truly helped change her life. And now she continues to do this through her retirement to just give back. The Circle's leader, Dorica Watson, said that she believes, she quotes the Bible, that instead of just giving them the fish to eat, they are teaching them how to fish and use their resources. Live in Muncie, Indiana, Caitlin Tice, NewsLink, Indiana.
The poverty rate for children under 18 is higher than for adults at 26%.
State Superintendent of Public Education, Glenda Ritz, has a November 1st deadline. Ritz has to present a new school scoring system to the State Board of Education. A legislative review found that former Superintendent Tony Bennett privately made changes to help a donor's charter school. The changes were applied to schools statewide. The board recommended that Ritz does the current work publicly. The group will also review last year's school grades and decide if they need to be changed.
This week has been especially joyful for Latino students here at Ball State. The Latino Student Union is having their annual week of events, which ends tomorrow with a big cultural party called the Fiesta on the Green. But there is a bigger reason behind the party. Kaylee Sukiyainen has the story.
President of the Latino Student Union, Jovan Rodriguez, is preparing piñatas and decorations for the biggest event of the year, Fiesta on the Green. Rodriguez says that this week marks an important time in their culture's history because a lot of Latin American countries celebrate their Independence Day during this time.
It's a party just so people can have fun. It's at the end of the week. Everyone's tired after a long week, so it's on a Friday. You get free food, something different that isn't campus food, or if you live off campus, you can get free food, piñatas. We're gonna have music, as well as it has a cultural meaning, which is celebrating the independence because many countries have fought for their independence, and we've been able to gain it. So it's really important to do that as well.
Rodriguez says that they want to educate students in a fun way and promote their culture to change the common stereotypes towards Latin American countries. Fiesta on the Green is a good opportunity for the community to interact with the union.
To have people know that we are here, since our numbers are small, I guess I want them to know that we are representing, I guess, our ethnicity, our culture, but then I also want people to learn about it and get immersed with it.
Because it's like the environment's just always fun. Like we have a good time. It feels like a big family. You get to know everybody and meet lots of new friends.
A union of 150 active members stands for Not Latino, No Problemo, so everyone is welcome to join their big family and learn about the true Latin American culture.
If you're interested in Fiesta on the Green, it will take place tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the Student Center Ballroom.
You know, it was pretty dreary outside today, but I'm hoping things are looking up for tomorrow. Tori, what do you have for us?
Exactly. Well, yes, tomorrow there should be some storms a little bit on Friday, and then on the weekend it should get more sunny out there, and then next week it's looking like it's going to be more cold outside.
As lawmakers in Congress argue over the budget for the upcoming fiscal year, some say the debt ceiling must be raised in order to keep Capitol Hill open. NewsLink Indiana's AJ Brammer is in the studio with more.
Thanks, guys. Now, simply put, the federal government needs to know what the budget is in order to keep operating. But the parties in Congress cannot agree on what needs to go on that budget. Now, this comes as the Treasury Department says in order to cover costs, the debt ceiling has to go up. Now, while Democrats think that a budget can be agreed on quickly, Republicans want more discussion. Specifically, Republicans want cuts to funding for Obamacare programs. Now, Democrats feel the focus needs to be on getting a budget approved quickly and keeping the government running, with President Obama describing Republican demands as, quote, extortion. Now, House Speaker John Boehner says that with money in Congress so tight right now, discussing the budget is an issue that the president cannot avoid.
Congressional Budget Office makes it clear that our debt is set to grow rapidly in the coming years if we take no action. That's why it's so troubling that the president's decided to just sit out this debate.
Now, in a speech at the Business Roundtable headquarters in Washington, President Obama dismissed the need for a fight over the debt ceiling, saying, quote, all it does is it says you've got to pay the bills that you've racked up, Congress. It's a basic function of making sure that the full faith and credit of the United States is preserved. Now, things on Capitol Hill appear to be growing grim. The White House has started warning federal agencies to prepare for a government shutdown October 1st. Now, that could mean, among other things, temporary layoffs for hundreds of thousands of federal employees, interruption to federally funded projects for contractors, and even the closing of the national parks. Live in the studio, AJ Brammer, NewsLink Indiana.
Courtroom audio reveals that Washington State prosecutors tried to hold Navy Yard shooter Aaron Alexis on a $25,000 bail. Alexis was arrested in 2004 after he shot out the tires of a construction vehicle next to his home. A judge released Alexis on the conditions that he not own a gun and contact the construction worker. Alexis was never charged in the case.
Secretary of State John Kerry issued a statement today urging the UN to take action against the UN Security Council Act on the Russia-U.S. plan to eradicate Syria's chemical weapons arsenal by next week. The plan would require Syrian President Bashar al-Assad to account for the chemical weapons within a week and have them destroyed by the middle of next year.
A woman trapped for 15 days in an abandoned well in China was rescued earlier this week. Su Shoti, was collecting medical herbs in a cornfield September 1st when she fell into the 12-foot well. Tisho says she survived by eating raw corn and drinking rainwater that accumulated in the well. Tisho did not have any visible injuries, but she was not able to eat or speak upon rescue Monday. Although she did lose more than 30 pounds, local doctors say Tisho is now in stable condition at a Red Cross hospital in Shangqiu, China. Police went to a house to investigate a man's death, find out what else was living there,
and find out what people would do if they won the Powerball.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
45 cats were found in a Royalton home early Thursday morning. Emergency officials found the animals while responding to a dispatch call at the home of 69-year-old Keith Connor. Connor was found unresponsive and was later pronounced dead. Connor's wife had been using the residence as a foster home for stray animals found in Delaware County. The cats were removed by the Muncie Animal Shelter.
Keeping growing kids enclosed can be a challenge. One Muncie organization is looking to help and at the same time help those in need. Joe O'Rourke is live in Muncie with the story. Joe?
The Children's Clothing Center of Muncie Elementary School. Donations range in size from infants to adults, and families are referred by their school principals and counselors who can then come here and pick up their clothes at no cost. The Children's Clothing Center of Delaware County has been helping out families in need of school clothes for 30 years now. Located on the second floor of the former St. Lawrence School, volunteers sort through bags of donations and put them on display for needy families to take home. Delaware County volunteers and board members like Louise Denon and Dick Hoops find joy in helping out local families in the community.
It gives you a kick to see the kids come in and look around and know that the clothing that we have is going to be a benefit to them, and the parents are very appreciative of the things that are available for their children.
According to their annual service reports, last school year the center assisted over 200 families in Delaware County. According to this year's early report, in the first 10 days of operation, the center has helped nearly a quarter of last year's total already.
You have a helper coming.
I do it every day.
The center is open Wednesdays and Fridays from noon to 2. Live in Muncie, Joe O'Rourke, NewsLink, Indiana.
While the center primarily helps out families with children in K through 12, Ball State students in need can also stop by and receive assistance.
Lottery participants are awaiting the name of the jackpot winner from Wednesday's $4 million Powerball drawing. Jake Johnson is live in the Village talking to folks about what they might do if their lottery dreams came true. Jake?
A Powerball ticket worth $400 million has yet to be claimed by one person in South Carolina tonight. Now, if you know Powerball rules, by next Saturday, that number goes down to $40 million. But Hoosiers do have a chance to win up to $2 million in non-jackpot prizes. We're here at the Village Pantry on University Avenue in Muncie to ask the question, what would you do with all that cash?
I would probably pay off all my school.
What would I buy? I think I'd probably let my wife make that decision. She's a better shopper in the family than I am.
Of the 44 jurisdictions that do sell Powerball tickets, Indiana has sold the most jackpot winners at 38. So who knows, any one of these people could be your next jackpot winner.
Thanks, Jake. Again, the Powerball drawings are held Wednesday and Saturday.
Now time for a look at headlines from around the area on Ball State's source for online news, The Daily. I'm Matt McKinney. Last night on NewsLink and in today's Daily News, you saw a short interview with a Syrian student talking about the Civil War in his homeland. Tomorrow on The Daily, read the entire interview and find out what he thinks America should do. The Daily will have a live blog from Ypsilanti on Saturday as the Ball State football team takes on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Check it out starting at 12:30. And after decades, the man behind Ball State's Student Health Center is leaving, and changes are coming. We'll explain what to expect next time you need medical help. For these stories and more from NewsLink, WCRD, SportsLink, Ball Bearings, and the Daily News, go to bsudaily.com.
Summer is making its return after a brief cool down.
Coming up in your NewsLink forecast, we've got the details on a warm-up for the weekend.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Man, Ashley, I enjoyed that heat today. I'm a big fan of that hot weather. I say keep it coming.
I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan of the nice, cool fall weather.
Let's send it on over to Tori Lay to find out what's in store for us.
Thanks, guys. Yes, as you know, it was a little bit nice today, but there were also some showers. If you look at the radar, there was actually a wind that came from the west to the east, and there was a storm that was in Lafayette earlier today. There was also the storm here in Muncie. And then as you can see, we have a stormy Friday on tomorrow, and then you should be able to expect a clear weekend, and then there should be some cooler temperatures through next week. And yes, obviously, as you can see, the winds were still going about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And so looking around the United States, obviously, you see there's a range of different weathers. There is more heat towards the west. You see 104 in Phoenix. In Las Vegas, it's 93. You see there is Des Moines, it's 89, and then St. Louis, 82. And as you see, 96 in Dallas. And yes, as you zoom into Indiana, it was about 79 in Muncie, and then 79 in Lafayette as well. In Indianapolis, it was 78, and then you see it was 79 Terre Haute, and then Bloomington, 75. And then also you see 73 in Cincinnati. And right now you see that there is a wind of about 5 miles per hour. It's 74 degrees outside. It also feels like 74 degrees as well. And then there's a 66 dew point, and then about 30 in pressure. And yes, you should be able to expect just a little bit of rain through today. And so tonight it's partly cloudy. It's very mild. It's a low of 65 degrees, and the winds are coming from the southwest about 5 to 10 degrees. And then also tomorrow about 9 a.m. it should be mostly cloudy, and then by 1 p.m. there should be a little bit of showers. Expect that. Then 5 p.m. there should be some thunderstorms that lead a little bit into the weekend. And then as you see on Friday, there is basically 80 degrees, and then it's going to be 58 to the low, and then 70. You see there it should be about 45 degrees low, and basically through next week it should be actually it should be from 80 degrees on Monday, and then it should be getting a little bit low, and then it'll get warmer throughout the rest of the week. And so that's your weather for you. So you should be expecting some nice weather next week.
All right, sounds great, Tori. Thank you. And in sports, the Ball State football team is heading to Eastern Michigan to open this year's MAC season.
And the women's tennis team is taking the court in a state competition this weekend. Find out how the team is planning to hit their way to the top.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome to NewsLink Indiana Sports. I'm Daniel Hutchinson. The Ball State football team opens the 2012 MAC season at Eastern Michigan this Saturday. The Cards are looking to bounce back after a tough loss against North Texas last weekend. The Cards failed to score in the second half against the Mean Green en route to a 34-27 loss. Last year, the Cards defeated the Eagles of Eastern Michigan 37-26 at Schumann Stadium. Ball State hopes to continue its winning ways against the Eastern Michigan defense. The Eagles are giving up more than 32 points a game this season while scoring only 17. Ball State hopes to have a high-scoring affair as they average more than the most points in the conference at 39 points a game. The Cards are 5-2 in the last 7 season MAC openers and undefeated in conference openers under head coach Pete Limbo. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. and you can catch the game on ESPN3. For tennis, Ball State women's team is hosting 11 schools for the team's annual Fall Invitational on Friday. The Cardinals hope to have a strong showing in their first action of the 2013-2014 season. The tennis team will face in-state competition Butler, Notre Dame, IUPUI, as well as Valparaiso. The tournament comes to a close on Sunday with the final rounds of singles and doubles to play. Local youth will serve as ball boys for the singles finals. Next week, the Cards will head to Wake Forest to continue their preseason schedule. Newly acquired Colts running back Trent Richardson practiced with the team for the first time today. He was fitted with his helmet and completed a light workout with the Colts just 1 day after being traded from the Cleveland Browns. Richardson will have to learn a new offense quickly as the Colts face the tough San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. Head coach Chuck Pagano plans to start Richardson after the Colts lost starting running back Vic Ballard to a season-ending knee injury last week. The Colts are now The Colts now have the first and third overall picks in the 2012 draft, leading their potent offense. For NewsLink Indiana, I'm Daniel Hutchinson.
Romeo and Juliet will try to rekindle their love story for an audience.
Plus, get your dancing shoes out and get ready for your eyes to be amazed. Momix, the dancer illusionist, will be taking the Emmons stage. We've got the details next.
This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome to NewsLink Entertainment. I'm Sid Coleman. The Emmys are this Sunday, and for the first time in 18 years, an African American is nominated for the lead actress in a drama series Emmy. Scandal star Kerry Washington has been nominated for her first Emmy Award for her role in the television drama. If Washington wins, she'll be the first black female winner of the award. The Emmys will begin at 5 p.m. on Sunday and will be televised on CBS. University Theater's production of Romeo and Juliet opened tonight and will run until September 28th. Ticket prices for students are $8, $14 for the general public, and $13 for faculty and staff. Momix comes to Emmons tomorrow night at 7:30. The world-renowned performance has visited over 50 countries and also worked on television and film, and captivates audiences using elements of light, shadow, sound, as well as the human body. That's it for NewsLink Entertainment. Back to you guys.
All right, so how's the weather looking for the weekend, Tori?
Well, for the weekend, it should rain maybe tomorrow, and then it should get nicer through Sunday and the rest of the week.
All right, thank you. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch us tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on Cardinal Vision.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a great night.